Hi everyone, and welcome back to Discovery Park for the next episode of our vlog. Today we're going to be focusing on just one topic, and that is the legal framework that's put in place to enable the research that we can do in an in vivo research facility. If you're watching this as a member of our industry, you'll be really familiar with the bit I'm about to say next. But if you are a member of the public, perhaps you don't quite understand or have access to the information about the legal authorities which need to be put in place. One of these are the licences which are held by each of our researchers, which enable them to do the work. They require formal training before they can get one of these licences, and there is always continuous development and training, assessment of competencies throughout their career. So that's the first type of licence we need. The second licence we need is a project licence, and this governs what can be done within a project. Each project licence is reviewed by something called an AWERB, and that is the Animal Welfare and Ethical Review Body. It's a local framework at each site which makes sure the intended purpose of the study is clear, that it is justified, that we've applied the 3 R's, and that we're working to best possible practice. When we have a project licence, there is a third licence to consider, and that is the licence that covers the establishment itself. So I'm here today because our Home Office inspector is visiting to go through the facility, look at it in real detail and make sure that everything is suitable for purpose. As part of that, we've been monitoring the environment in the facility, and we need to illustrate that we can maintain the temperature and humidity within a set range in every room, and we'll also be looking at the purpose of each room. Each room will be given a designation, whether we can hold animals overnight, whether it's short-term holding, whether it's suitable for procedural work. Once that's approved by the UK Home Office, we will have all 3 licences in place to be able to start this project proper and welcome our first furry guests. But before we do that, we're going to have a little chat with Ross. Ross Millard is our establishment licence holder. He has ultimate authority and responsibility over the work that's done here at the Discovery Park facility. He's going to answer a few quick questions from us so we can understand better the role of an establishment licence holder. Ross is with us in the facility now to answer a few questions. So to start off, Ross, what is your role as an establishment licence holder?
So my role as establishment licence holder is actually quite varied. Primarily, it is to make sure that the establishment is fit for purpose, especially with the species in which we're housing as well. I also put together the AWERB, the Animal Welfare Ethical Review Body, and I'm responsible for the named roles within it, and ultimately I am responsible for compliance, but also making sure that we have adequate amount of staff to provide the care and welfare for the animals.
Okay, so would you say anyone could be an establishment licence holder?
That's a really good question. I think the simple answer to that is no, because an establishment licence holder needs to have the authority to be able to act. So for example, they need to be able to put more staff in place, the power to authorise work, or in some cases not authorise work. And my position is Managing Director here at Agenda, so it gives me the authority to be able to do that. You also have to have some training as well, so the E1L needs to be in place, and also you have to have relevant experience. So for me, I have 20 years experience in life sciences, which puts me in a good place to be able to fulfil the role.
How does this impact the user of our facilities?
It's tremendously important. Agenda can provide all the legislative cover and the governance, allowing our customers to concentrate on the science. Together, we work as a team to provide the highest levels of welfare.
And one last question, Ross. How important is openness and a culture of care in our facilities?
Openness and culture of care are an absolute essential part of our philosophy. They're mandatory as far as I'm concerned. So we have a range of ways in which this happens, partly through our aid work committees and also in our day-to-day activities as well. So looking at the 3 R's and see how we can develop those across all of our facilities to get the very best culture of care for our animals.